Vladimir Pietrov, the number 10 seed.
Number 10 seed, number 1 seed. Why do you bring this up? That's got nothing to do with it. It's like Anderson said. This is 24 of the greatest teams in all of professional wrestling. Everybody dangerous in their own right. And that is whenever they step in the ring, they're going after that $1 million, no matter what we have to do, no matter who we come up against. It could be our mother, our grandmother in there. We don't care. Because to have the cup, to hold on to it, to designate you as the number 1 team for 1 whole year, proving that you are better than all the other teams, that is a great achievement. And as of so far, Vladimir and myself have shown that. We're going to go all the way. There is nothing that is going to stop us. Big Road Wars. They talk about World Tag Team Champions. There's Rock and Roll Express. Oh, there is great teams in there. But we're going to dig down deeper into the bag of tricks, and we're going to pull it out. Vladimir and myself.
Tony, we want the fans to watch this team.
David, you and I, we have seen the new breed.
Oh, yes, we have.
We're talking about the 2 men are Sean Royal, he's in the ring, there's Sean, and the man outside is Chris Champion. And they have so many moves, they are so talented.
The Rocky King, all right, now he's got him down. This is where they're going to have to keep him.
That's right, he's a big man, they got to keep him down.
They're quick, they're strong. They've got to keep him down. You let him up, you got to look out. Here he goes. Switch now. Good move. Good forearm. Backs him in now. They've got the teamwork, Tony.
There is no doubt about it. These two guys are thoroughbred athletes.
Oh. Boy, he cut his head off. Oh. You know, I've been trying to look and try to figure out what to compare them to, but they're in a class by themselves. Look at this.
Boy,
he went so far.
Yeah, he overshot him that time, hit his knee. And notice how George and Rocky are doing the right thing.
Yeah.
He hit his knee, went over a little bit too far, came down on the knee. They're going right for it.
They lost their chance now. Comes Chris. Look at that. Oh. Great. These guys are good.
Sean Royal, Chris Champion, the new breed. Now Royal picks him up, and we've seen Champion fly before. Watch this.
That's beautiful, Tony.
That really is. And David, you can better believe we're going to be hearing a lot more from this team, and so are other teams in the NWA. The new breed.
Fans, we're here with the United States champion. Here he is, Nikita Koloff. Nikita, still with a neck brace. How's the neck coming, Nikita?
It's coming fine, comrade. Each day go by, I get just a little bit better. Each day I go to gym, I work out just a little bit harder, and I have to work out hard. You see, there are many people who I have to, how do you say, get even with. The American Dream, Dusty Rhodes, and Nikita Koloff are looking for Ivan Koloff. We're looking for Vladimir Pietrov, and we're looking for Dick Murdoch, wherever he may be. You see, Dick Murdoch, when you get back, it's going to be you who's going to have the stinking broken neck. Not Nikita Koloff, not Dusty Rhodes. And of course, he's a big, bad, powerful Lex Luger. He wants to be USA champion. Is that right? Is that what he's saying?
Right.
Okay, Lex Luger, you are big and you are bad. But you know what I find out? I find out you have no pride, Lex Luger. Nikita Koloff has pride. You are big, you are bad. Let's get into the ring, Lex Luger, and let's just see who, how you say, going to come out on top. Lex Luger, you want to be USA champion? Well, that's good. I am USA champion. Let's see what you made of, Lex Luger. Possible comrade.
All right. United States champion Nikita Koloff. Back to the ring, fans.
Jimmy Garvin and Precious.
The old right hand up against the jaw. Precious.
Did you notice the world heavyweight champion? Ever so often he reached up and touched that thing to see what was still there. Man, she waffled him.
Yeah. David, as everybody watching the tape noticed, I was standing right there holding the microphone. I'll never forget that moment as long as I live. It was a good old-fashioned getting the taste slapped out of your mouth. But the bottom line of this is, he has really built a fire in the pit of Georgia's Jimmy Garvin. Jimmy Garvin has said many times he's never backed down with a world champion. He said, I can wrestle with him. I know I can be the world champion, given the opportunity. And he's got more than just the reason to want to wear the title now.
Oh, look at it. The thing is, Tony, you don't mess with another man's woman when he's standing there. You know you don't do it.
And you know he loves Precious. He gets a kiss to start it off, and a kiss as a congratulations measure. Woof, the brain buster. There she is.
The main one, the squeeze.
When we come back, the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes. Don't go away.
Dusty, everywhere I go now, people are talking about the Louisville Slugger, Ole Anderson. What do you think about that Louisville Slugger?
Let me tell you something in television land. Television announcers, you included, throughout this country, singing the praises of Ole Anderson. When I was laying out in the parking lot, getting beat up by a bat, having my leg broken and my livelihood taken away from me by Ole Anderson, I didn't think much of it. And I still don't think much of it. So sing his praises if you want. You know what I mean? Get on his bandwagon. Let me tell you something, Timmy and Brad. You better watch him. Because I never seen a snake that was poisonous come out and not be poisonous. So you got to understand what you're dealing with. That's the way I feel about Ole Anderson and the whole situation. I've made my alliances to 3 men, now 4. I went Chicago, laid in the streets with the mighty road warriors and Paul Ellering. I drank homemade Muscograt wine with the mighty road warriors. That's my alliance. And then when Magnum TA went down, Nikita Koloff stepped forward and grabbed freedom. That's my alliance. Now the rest of you, go ahead and choose sides. Because Mr. Paul Ellering runs a tight ship. And the road warriors, the brothers of the road, are my brothers. And Nikita Koloff is my soul and my heart. And we are brothers. So Russians now, Dick Murdoch now, deal with the bull rope. It's coming for you. Everybody choosing sides. How good everybody is. How bad are the Warriors and Nikita Koloff?
At this match, Lex Luger. You hear the oohs and ahs of the women. Against Todd Champion.
Actually,
another big one.
That's right. Both of them took their coats and robes off at the same time. I tell you what, some big men in there, both former professional football players and both very strong, and they're really eyeing each other back and forth.
Lex Luger, one of the Four Horsemen, still really proving himself. Showing the whole world that it's no fluke. And it isn't. Nice arm drag. Comes up with that arm bar.
I think a credit to Lex Luger right here, and also, of course, to the managing skills of J.J. Dillon.
Here you see him over to the right-hand side, very watchful.
He tried to push off and saw that Todd Champion may be a little bit too big to do that. So what a great move with the arm drag. You don't always expect that out of a big man like that, but he came up with it in a great move.
Yeah, you expect them to try to muscle their way through.
Yeah, right. We saw that. Tommy Young checking. He was the other way. He couldn't see it.
But J.J.
He'll deny that.
But J.J., he looks, now you know he taught him that. He's showing him every little trick of the trade.
Well, you know, it's part of being a horseman. Now they're calling for the break. Tommy Young saying, break it up. No, the knee.
Staying with that arm. I wonder.
Look at him. All right, now.
Down on the mat. But JJ, you can't see him right now. More looking over to the side. He's moving around. He's worried.
David, I'm sure there's another big man in this sport watching on. A little bit of concern right there. Another big man in this sport watching on. That's the U.S. champion, Nikita Koloff.
Nikita has that neck. It's injured.
And Luger's a threat to that U.S. title, no doubt about it. He has mentioned it on many occasions. He is gearing all his energy right now towards that U.S. title. And, well, Todd Champion's a good test for him right here, a big man.
Well, the Four Horsemen have the World Heavyweight Champion. They have the World Television Champion. They want that U.S. title.
That's right.
Oh. Take his time now. All right, now watch him. Good suplex. Oh, he is cocky. Lex, he fits into the Four Horsemen.
Boy, you're in every phase, David. You're right.
All right. Good move now. All right, now. Todd's firing away on him. Takes him now. All right. You notice, Todd was trying to beat on him. Wasn't trying to wrestle him. He lost control. When you lose control, you're going to lose the match. He's got to stay with him. Wrestle the man. Pick him up. Good power slam. Lex Luger is kept. Hey, look, he's going to try to break him in half. JJ says, the backbreaker. Going to hoist him up, power him up. Look at that. Oh! He has got him up.
Todd Champion is 285 pounds.
The winner. One of the Four Horsemen. What a win. JJ. He is good. I am impressed. Everyone is.
Well, David, I knew from the very first moment that Lex Luger was a great, great wrestler. But it wasn't until he officially became a member of the Four Horsemen and he demonstrated his skills for people watching all over this world that I realized the true meaning of his own phrase when he called himself the total package. Because not only am I besieged with phone calls from promoters in the wrestling arenas all over this country through Jim Crockett Promoters, which is the largest promotion company in the world, but I'm also besieged with calls from the producers in Hollywood movie offers. I'm being sought after with talent agencies wanting him to make personal appearances. I've got people calling me wanting him to make product endorsements. But be assured of one thing, Lex Luger's future financially is very well taken care of. This man doesn't have to want for anything. And if he tells you that it's going to rain tomorrow morning, you better leave the house with an umbrella. And he's told everybody, he's gone on record, that he will be the next man to wear the United States Championship belt. And I have no problem dealing with that. The only man that I can see that really has a problem, Lex, is Nikita Koloff.
You know, JJ, I said from day one, Lex Luger is the very best at what he does. That's why I'm in the NWA. That's why I'm a horseman. That's why Lex Luger is the most gifted athlete in all of professional sports. Now there's a void. There's one thing missing. I've always done what I've said. That is an all-consuming passion for me right now. It's what I think about when I get up in the morning. It's what I think about every extra repetition I do in the gym. It's the last thing I think about when I go to bed. And that is the U.S. Heavyweight Championship, and that is you, Nikita Koloff. So what it comes down to is the unstoppable force. These people here are seeing history in the making. They're seeing what will go down in history as the greatest wrestler in all of professional sports. I'm after the U.S. Heavyweight title. It's coming to Lex Luger.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, watch out for Lex Luger. Nikita, he's coming your way. The Jim Crockett Senior Memorial Cup Tag Team Tournament comes to Baltimore's arena tonight with the final round, and it all starts at 8 o'clock. The remaining teams going for the Jim Crockett Senior Memorial Cup and the $1 million purse. Plus, tonight, for the World Heavyweight title, the champion, Nature Boy Ric Flair, will defend against Barry Windham. It all starts at 8 o'clock tonight. The Jim Crockett Senior Memorial Cup Tag Team Tournament in Baltimore. Fans, a reminder, you can get your advance tickets at the arena box office, Heck Company stores, and all ticket center outlets for this one event tonight, the finals of the Jim Crockett Senior Memorial Cup Tag Team Tournament. As you know, yesterday we started with 24 teams, and that's been cut down now. Only the teams in the finals will be there tonight for the $1 million, and of course, Ric Flair, Barry Windham for the NWA World Heavyweight title. It's the Jim Crockett Senior Memorial Cup Tag Team Tournament tonight, 8 o'clock in Baltimore at the arena, the final round. Fans, let's bring in one half of the Superpowers, Nikita Koloff. He and Dusty Rhodes of Superpowers, part of this gigantic tournament tonight in Baltimore at the arena for $1 million in the cup.
Well, you know, last night, the other people in this town saw more excitement than they knew what they could do with. Well, tonight is only going to get better. You have Ric Flair against Barry Windham for a World Heavyweight title. I would not mind to be in this match myself. But you see, Barry Windham, he signed a contract, and Barry Windham has a great chance to take this title from Ric Flair. But you see, it's getting close to the final for the Crockett Cup now. And the Superpower, Dusty Rhodes and Nikita Koloff, we did real well last night. And we are going to do real well today. You see, my neck hurt a little bit, but not bad enough to keep me down. I get back up. Dusty Rhodes and Nikita Koloff are ready for the competition tonight. I hope all you people are ready to see it.
With us now, Jim Cornette.
You know something, David Crockett, just like I've been telling you, the changes Mama's made in the Midnight Express organization, shaking the whole world, taking the whole country by storm. Because you see, the fact of the matter is she called me on the carpet, brother, and she said, listen, Jim, I'm financing this whole gig. If you want to keep doing what you're doing, then the Midnight Express have got to be the greatest. They had the World Tag Team title. They don't anymore. They didn't win the U.S. Tag Team title. Didn't beat the Road Warriors, no scaffold matches, so there had to be a weak link, and a change had to be made. And, brother, now the weak link is a strong link, and the change has been made, and they are truly not only the greatest tag team in wrestling now, but the greatest tag team they've ever been, the greatest tag team that will ever step in a professional wrestling ring, and we're going to take all the world titles, all the U.S. titles, all the money, all the trophies, everything that tag team wrestling has to offer, because they are the greatest combination of all time, and you're going to feast your eyes and fantasize on them now, because I'm going to introduce them. Ladies and gentlemen, I present none other than the human highlight film of wrestling. Beautiful Bobby and Sweet Stan, the new Midnight Express.
At the new Midnight Express.
You know, we've heard an awful lot about Sweet Stan Lane, and of course he's a master at black belt karate, and he certainly is a fine athlete.
He's a good-looking guy too, ain't he, Tony? Don't tell Bobby I said that. It might hurt his feelings, but Sweet Stan is a good-looking guy. But you know something? Last week I was home in Louisville, and Mama was chewing me out. She was hot, but now I'm sitting on top of the world. I'm happy because Mama's happy. She still told me, whatever I do, the Midnight Express has to be the best. The Midnight Express has to be the greatest because the Cornette name can't be associated with anything unless it's the finest, unless they're on top of things. Well, I know that Sweet Stan Lane, he's the man that can do it for me. And, brother, this is all we need. The shot in the arm, we're going to go straight to the top. Like I've said before 1,000,000 times, there's always something new, always something outrageous from the Midnight Express. In this case, it's going to be even more so because look at him. He's a lean, mean machine, brother. Tony Schiavone, you look down in the mouth, but don't worry about it because I guarantee you, by the time we get finished, the whole world is going to know about the new Midnight Express. And Mama's going to be even happier with me than she is already for finding a good-looking guy like Stan.
If you think he's finished. He's got a great team, there's no doubt about it.
Good teamwork.
Oh, what a move.
Knee right at the top of the head.
Turn out the lights, the party's over.
He sings, too. He does have a very good team. Sweet Stan Lane and beautiful Bobby. What's Stan Lane? Right in the back of the head.
Oh, what an athlete this guy is. And what an addition. You know, we've always thought the Midnight Express can go far. Maybe they'll
We
even
know
go.
they're going to go far now.
That's right, even further.
More action, fans, after these commercial messages about the worldwide wrestling events coming to your area.
Fans, here they are, the feared Russians. Vladimir Pietrov, Ivan Koloff.
It won't be long before Comrade Murdoch is back, and we're looking forward to it. Next week, I'm going to come out and demonstrate Russian chain. Just for you, superpowers, Nikita, and Dusty Rhodes, because eventually I'm going to get you in the match. Vladimir will get you in the match, because you cannot avoid us forever. Like you say, you have big friends as your partners, these road warriors. But if they stick their big bodies too close, we'll knock their ugly heads off. Also, Dusty Rhodes, master of the Texas Bull Rope. Big cowbell in the middle. Razor sharp will cut you wide open. You have come out here and you have challenged Vladimir, myself, and Dick Murdoch. You're going to take us one at a time and give us the beating we should have had when we were little kids. That's what you say. Well, we are tired of being embarrassed. We are not going to be kicked around. We're not going to be beaten up with this cowbell. You come ahead. We'll sign these contracts. We're not going to slip up on any opportunity to meet you in the ring, Dusty Rhodes, for what you have done. Influenced Nikita to double-cross me, to double-cross our country. You're not going to get away with it. And Nikita, you little punk, you just keep looking over your shoulder. We'll stab you in the back any chance we...
Paul Jones. Paul.
Yeah. Have you heard the new rumor going around? Paul Ellery wants his Road Warriors to wear these belts. Well, let me tell you something, Paul Ellery. You're a manager. You know how I feel. One thing. I promise these men they can have these belts for a long, long time. So, Ellery, you have two options. Just go off in some direction and forget about us, or either be consistent and get enough contracts signed where you can get a match. But I guarantee you one thing, Ellery, I'm going to make you wear out a whole pair of hush puppies trying to get them signed. And another thing, if you try to get this match on television, it's going to cost you more money than you could ever dream of.
You know, Mr. Ellery, you're a real lucky fella. You see, you're lucky that our manager, Paul Jones, has a firm grip on the financial aspect of this match. In other words, the Bull and I, we gladly drag the Warriors out back and beat the dog out of them for nothing. But you see, contraire, the possibilities, the financial possibilities this match could hold are astronomical. So we'll bide our time, and we'll wait till Mr. Jones has a meeting of the minds with Jim Crockett Promotions. And then, Hawk and Animal, in your own words, it will be good for us, bad for you. Tell them. There ain't a team in the world today that put the fear in R&R, because we are totally awesome. And as you want to find out, Road Warriors, come up with the right money, the right time, because the super match of 87, not a super fight, the super match of 87 will be us against you, but you're no con, Daddy, because the Bull and the Ravishing One can deal out with anybody. And in the words of another famous man, it's not our fault that we're the greatest team in the world. Yeah!
All right, to the ring now, fans. I like it. Oh! All right! Nobody does it better than the Road Warriors, Hawk and Animal.
Or with more force. Your best defense against the Road Warriors is when they hit the ring, you leave town.
Oh, they took his head completely off. Animal goes down on his prey.
Okay, Bob Cottle.
All right, Tony, here's the world television champion, Tully Blanchard, James J. Dillon.
You know, Bob Cottle, I was out here earlier at this program, and I had something that was on my mind, and I said, no, I'm not going to mention. I got wrapped up with what was happening at the moment, but it's burning inside of me, and something needs to be said. Now, Jimmy Crockett, you come out here, and you maybe to be commended for being so righteous, talking about cleaning up some incidents that have happened in the world of professional wrestling that maybe shouldn't have happened. But I think here we've also got an indication that we're looking at a double standard, because Ole Anderson comes out here with that same Louisville slugger and racks it across the ribs of the world television champion, across the back of the world heavyweight champion, and Pepper and Arn Anderson and Lex Luger, and apparently you're turning a blind eye. Well, Jimmy Crockett, if you want to talk about sanctions on people, let's talk about Ole Anderson too. Open your eyes. Now, Ole, you already are getting a few people confused. You got Tim Horner coming out here. Now you got Brad Armstrong. And I don't know what kind of goods you're selling them, but I see him stacking hands up, Tully. And as we often know, you can imitate something, but you can never duplicate it, because the Four Horsemen is more than four great athletes in the ring at the same time. It's a lifestyle that no Tim Horner, no Brad Armstrong, and certainly no Ole Anderson is ever going to live up to, because you couldn't live up to it in the past. You got your priorities mixed up. You turned your back on us. And if you think you're going to form your own organization, who are you kidding? The Four Horsemen are forever.
All right, fans, see you next week. And until then, so long for now.
Join us tonight at 8 for our Shock Theater presentation, The Dunwich Horror, starring Sandra Dee and Dean Stockwell. That's tonight at 8 on WHLL TV 27.